Thing's twice the length, it's twice the weight, it's a lot faster, and it's got a lot more teeth.
Dr. Adam Britton is an expert on the crocodile family. He works with saltwater crocs in Australia's Northern Territory, and he's measured their bites.
No contest, the alligator's definitely going to win.
Contender number 1, the American alligator. Straight out of the egg, they know how to kill. Yet for their first 2 years, their mother has to protect these tiny terrors from predatory males. Only 3 or 4 out of every 100 survive. But the lucky few grow up to become the biggest and baddest beasts in the swamp. Males can reach nearly 15 feet and 1,100 pounds. But there are records of gators up to 20 feet long. That ranks them alongside the biggest crocodiles. The bad news for this reptile is that its brain is only the size of a walnut. Alligators are built like trash compactors. No creature of its size can match its crushing bite force. And those powerful jaws are studded with 80 teeth. That makes stealing alligator eggs a risky business, but there are plenty of takers. The most determined thieves are raccoons, but it's not advisable to get caught red-handed.
If there are rams inside there, then that's going to obviously inhibit whatever we grab hold of.
Yeah, I think that's right, Just. If we stick them in the middle, we're going to muck up our bite, so we're probably going to have to...
Meet our design and engineering team. Mike Latham, Chris Wheatley, and Justin Buckingham.
The spins...
We're going to
on the back of the...
I don't want to make them out of anything that's too heavy. They're big and tough, let's make them out of aluminum.
Yep, that would work. Crocodilian physiology is really geared towards exerting a lot of power over a short period of time.
First, the team needs to know what weapons the alligator brings to its face-off.
But the other thing is the death roll. Compare the size difference and compare the number of teeth. We've got 80 teeth in the jaws of this alligator and got this massive bite force.
What would the bite force be from an alligator this size?
On the biggest alligators, which are about 14.5 feet, is well in excess of 3,000 pounds. 3,000 pounds of force. This animal is designed for killing, and that's exactly what it's going to be doing with this bear.
You can measure all that?
Yep, we're going to come up, grab, twist.
Yep.
Got it.
Enter our data acquisition expert, Scott Woodward. He'll analyze the forces unleashed in the lab.
Okay, I'm ready. Come on. 70s. We'll build you guys these rigs. We'll probably come back and talk to you through the process so we can find out exactly what your requirements are. We'll just get on and build it, eh?
Build a biomechanical alligator with working jaws in a week. That's the challenge for the construction team. Chris works out how those jaws will open and close. Using a cast from a real alligator skull for reference, the modelers carve an exact copy in polystyrene.
No, I'm not putting any on.
Yeah,
so I'm just
exactly.
Straight.
Exactly.
Okay.
Next stop, the foundry. Polystyrene is fragile, but something much stronger soon takes its place. Molten aluminum vaporizes the polystyrene and fills the space it occupies in the sand. When it's cooled, a solid aluminum copy of the polystyrene model emerges. Justin polishes the rough edges. Then Mike gives the head a body. A stripped-down excavator, reinvented as a remotely operated vehicle called RV2. Mike hooks up the hydraulic lines, the arteries that will bring the beast to life. The heart of the monster is a diesel engine that pumps hydraulic oil at 5,000 pounds per square inch. The oil is forced into hydraulic pistons that will power those mighty jaws. The designers and engineers complete their mission on schedule. Time to meet the alligator.
Hey, look at this.
They did a good job on this one.
Well, you must be getting very worried now.
Well, I definitely have to admit it gets style points.
Look at these teeth, they're excellent. The function of these teeth is that the alligator is going to use all of its bite force to clamp down on the bear. And these teeth are going to puncture the skin and even go into the bone. Then what it's going to use is these powerful muscles on the back of its neck and the weight of its body, and it's going to rip large chunks of the bear off. And once it's got the bear's head, for example, in its mouth, then it can maneuver it to the back of the jaw. And then it's going to use these teeth here, these small teeth here.
Yeah.
It's going to open up the flesh so that when the animal swallows it, all the very powerful stomach acids are going to get straight in there and start digesting it very efficiently.
You should write fairy tales, because that's a pretty good story. I tell you what, you haven't impressed me, although for style points here, it's a pretty skull.
Okay, I'm going to impress you now.
All right.
Let's go and have a look.
Okay. Hi guys.
Hey, how are you doing?
One alligator for you.
Now, we've got to educate Dave about the alligator's primary weapon and its bite force. One of the extinct forms of alligators, Deinosuchus they were called, they got to about 35 feet long. That would have had the greatest bite of any vertebrate. And your bear is going to come up against its descendant.
History, but we're talking about the here and the now. And what I see is happening is a bear coming in, just chowing off a piece of his head, and the game will be over. All right, show me what your little alligator can do.
Oh, with pleasure.
The animatronic alligator has to bite like the real thing. Scott calibrates the jaws using a heavy-duty load cell.
Okay, 54, 55, 60, 260, 400. Oh, we're at 1,000, 1,500, 1,800. Keep going, Just? Keep going. Yep. 2,500. Little more, Mikey. 3,011, we got it.
Oh, that's a strong piece of wood.
Okay.
Yeah, all right, it's pretty strong.
You're a master of understatement, Dave.
The power has been set to a whopping 3,000 pounds.
I'm just going to put him in the jaw like this.
The team will test the rig with something easy.
Oh, yeah.
So you see, this is what would happen to your bear's head. So why you don't stick your head inside the jaws of an alligator.
Okay, have you got that? Can someone write that down for me?
Well, that was soft. How about we use something harder, like a coconut?
The good thing about coconuts is they're like bone. Hard on the outside, soft on the inside. So,
Okay.
Uh-oh. 3, 2, 1, bite.
Yeah.
The alligator jaws are holding up under 1.5 tons of bite pressure. Time for some serious science.
So you happy with that test, mate? Was that good?
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that test, but let's have something a bit closer to his normal prey.
I'll give you half a cow.
Using a giant T-bone, the test demonstrates how the alligator uses its teeth and jaws to grab and hold its prey.
Just grab onto that, Dave. Just try and yank that out.
Come on, Dave.
It's not coming out.
Once an alligator bites, it would take the combined strength of 4 champion weightlifters to force those jaws open.
That means strong.
The alligator's a lot stronger than that. If it starts to spin, it's just going to get ripped off.
I got bad news for your little theory here, because if this is attached to a bear, all you're going to see is this. Dead alligator.
No, this is solid bone. How's the bear going to damage that?
Okay, let's open it up and have a look at these things. Come on,
Let's see what damage it's done to your bear.
Look at this.
Look at that. Very nice little set of perforations around there, you see.
Yeah.
It's going to tear along the dotted line. Cut here, it says. As soon as he flicks his head or starts rolling, that's where it's going to tear.
The huge muscles in the alligator's short, wide jaws can crack turtle shells. And like this crash helmet, turtles are designed to withstand enormous force.
Come on, impress me here. Open up. Okay.
Watch your fingers.
Good. Okay. Oh, yeah, that's good.
Got it.
Okay, here we go. 2, 1, bite.
Oh, bit of a ping off.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have liked your head to have been in that now, would you?
Ooh, well, I think the turtle's had its day.
A turtle is basically evolved as a defensive mechanism. These guys can make very short work of them. As demonstrated.
Africa's Nile crocodile, 18 feet of cold-blooded killer. At 2,500 pounds, this reptile can tackle big prey. And when those 66 teeth sink in, they never let go. Adam shares the bad news.
They're really designed to take down large prey. Things like wildebeest and zebra. And they can even take down buffalo. They're incredibly strong animals.
This is 16 foot.
Well, the largest Nile crocodiles are about 18 feet, maybe 19 feet. So this is the sort of size of skull we're going to be looking
The
at.
good news for you guys is you don't have to leave much room for a brain. Because like Adam, they don't have very big ones.
People who work on mammals always say that crocodiles have got small brains, but in fact,
Because they do.
they're actually larger than you think. That's why these animals have been in the position they've been in for 240 million years.
Justin has bitten off a mouthful, transforming a block of polystyrene into an exact replica of a Nile crocodile skull. It takes him a week, but he delivers a 210-pound aluminum monster. Crocodiles don't just bite. They've perfected a dining technique called the death roll.
That's what they do when they really want to kill something.
Since they can't chew, the roll lets them rip off chunks of flesh small enough to swallow. The designers built the metal lion so it could attack at speed. Adam wants his croc to display its own talent.
The thing I really want to be able to see, if you can do it, is to get the whole head spinning. So we can try and generate that torque force to really kind of, rip things, just twist them apart.
What are we doing? We're doing a croc roll. How many seconds? How many
It's
times?
usually 3 or 4 rotations per second. So, Mike, how are you actually going to get the head to spin?
We'll probably use a slew motor, a track motor off the digger.
I'd love to see that spinning. Because that's one thing, people are always interested in bite force, but the bite's not the thing that kills the animal.
If it's going to make you that happy, mate, we will get a spin.
I want to see the spin.
It'd be quite a neat thing to build, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You did what to this one?
The challenge. The metal head must spin through 360 degrees and bite and hold at the same time. Time to crock and roll.
This is awesome.
Impressive beast.
It's excellent. They've done a fantastic job.
And this little spinning thing.
Yeah, well, that's what happens. You see, once the ability to do this death roll is that's the thing that's going to kill you.
Huh. Now I see. They've got this huge hole here. Doesn't impress me much at all.
Well, no, actually, obviously this is where the lion's going to go. It's going to go down the hatch. When you actually look at the crocodile's jaw, these teeth are designed for holding onto things, for grabbing things.
Yeah.
And if you actually look at the gap here between the bones, what you've got about that sort of size of prey. So you'll be able to get my head down there, but only if it detaches my head from my shoulders. So your lion is in big trouble, my friend.
My lion's not really all that afraid of this animal.
The croc's body is a stripped-down excavator called RV2. Hydraulic hoses deliver power and remote control to the head and jaws.
Hey guys,
You got this thing up and running here.
what sort of bite force would a croc this big have?
Well, no one's really measured a crocodile of this size before. We've measured a saltwater crocodile just over 15 foot. We got about 3,800 pounds of force. It's about 1.8 tons of pressure that he exerted on that when he bit down on it. So for an animal of this size, we'd really be looking at probably at least 4,500 pounds of force.
So do you think we can calibrate this jaw to meet what we found in the saltwater croc?
Yeah, definitely. So I'll give you the load cell, and we'll get it in there.
Sweet.
We'll get Mike to apply some pressure, and I'll start logging the data, and we'll see what happens.
Data from these tests will help the animation team build a virtual...
Okay, well, there's 250 right now.
We need to go a lot higher than that.
There's 450.
Keep going.
There's 600. There's 1,000.
That's just how this thing was big.
That's 1,100 pounds. Keep going.
Hey, what's happened to your mount there, Just?
Whoa, it's bending.
Oh, that's bending, Tiger.
Yeah.
The team hits a snag.
We've got a bit of the ram mountings here.
Whoa, it's bending.
We've got a bit of a bend going on, yeah.
Oh, it is bending.
Building a model that can bite and roll has weakened the body.
Yeah.
If we can have had the rams inside
Well,
the jaw...
to be perfectly honest, it doesn't need to exert that much pressure if it's biting down on a fish or even a wildebeest head or something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, 4,000 pounds is really in excess of what it needs.
They drop the pressure and continue.
It's unnecessary. Roll nice if
Yeah.
you leave it as it is.
Well, why don't we try testing something a bit more realistic like a fish or something like that? Okay, guys, let's try
The croc makes short work of small prey.
This is a big Nile perch. Now, this is much more like the kind of thing that a Nile crocodile of this size is going to be eating. So what he's going to do is he's going to catch it, and he's going to flick it into the back of his jaws where he's got the greatest bite pressure, and then he's going to really bite down on it, okay? Then once he's got it, he's going to flick his head, and he's going to tear it into several pieces. So let's just get him to bite it, shall we? If you want to grab the tail.
Yep. That thing's bigger than you are.
I know. Okay. Right there. Okay. Can you close the jaws? Keep going. Okay, it's looking good.
3, 2, 1.
Okay, open it up. Let's have a look. Let's see what he's done. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's excellent.
Oh, yeah.
You see what he's done here is it's created almost like a dotted line along the side of the fish. Because what they'll do is they'll bite down and it's obviously what it's doing is it's crushing. But when the crocodile flicks its head, I mean, this fish is just going to tear there.
Does he go back for the bits that he thrashes off?
Yeah, what he'll do is, once he's flicked it, the head's going to go one way, the tail's going to go the other way, and he's going to be left with this in his mouth. So he'll swallow that, and then he'll swim over and eat the head and the tail. So might be a bit messy, but it works.
No one's going to complain about his dinner manners, I'm sure. Okay, guys, let's bite something else.
We have a camera.
Yes, let's bite a camera. Yes, let's bite it.
I've found some pretty strange things in crocodile stomachs before, but never a whole camera. I found camera lens covers in there before. So I've got my hand inside the croc's stomach now. And it actually feels like putting your hand into a bowl of warm porridge.
3, 2, 1.
still here?
Hold
The score, BioBeasts 2, Technology Zip. They put the camera out of the picture.
That's nice.
You go, Dave.
I'm lost for words.
Sweet. I appreciate it.
Thank you. I was hoping for a hat. I mean, I could make the whole outfit.
The Bite Force test ends with
I
dessert.
need even more better footage anyway. Let's crush this thing!
Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Okay, let's have a look at this. Open the jaws. Whoa.
Made light work of it, didn't it?
So that really just goes to show you that the crocodile teeth, they're not that sharp. You see, they've punctured it so it can hold on to this, and it's actually the rest of the bones just crush the cat. Of course, that's actually what the lion's head is going to look like. It's a bit more sanitized version.
Opponent 1, the saltwater crocodile. A male saltwater crocodile can grow 23 feet long and weigh 3,000 pounds. He's the largest reptile on the planet. Mike Latham, Justin Buckingham, and Chris Wheatley form our team of designers and engineers. Before they build our biomechanical croc, they consult Adam, the crocodile expert.
So does a crocodile bite in the same way as we would? I mean, does the lower jaw come up to meet the top?
Well, the thing that really needs to move is the lower jaw.
Right.
That's where the power's coming from.
Right.
All the muscles are pulling the lower jaw up into the upper jaw. This lower jaw can be moved up so quickly that it snaps shut, interlocks, and it's a very solid
Right.
lock.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think your shark's in big trouble. I gotta tell you, my opinion is your shark's in big trouble.
We've got
So
quite
there's a lot
a
of
bit to live up to, haven't we?
The team has just 1 week to create a metal crockhead that can be tested biomechanically. They start with a resin cast of real croc jaws. They scale up the skull to the largest size recorded. Then Justin and his team of model makers carve a perfect replica from polystyrene. Chris, the designer, makes sure the jaws can move.
Bolt it to the crocodile and weld it onto the end of it.
At the foundry, the polystyrene jaws are packed in sand and replaced with molten aluminum. The result, an anatomically accurate set of metal croc jaws weighing 211 pounds. To bring this metal beast to life, the design team needs to know more about how the croc jaws work.
I'll say it's going to be a beautiful thing.
The croc has 66 teeth, designed like pegs for holding and crushing. It's a long, lean, biting machine. Ambush is the Salty's favorite tactic. It hunts fish, including sharks, in the water, or targets mud crabs, birds, and mammals along the shore.
These don't actually look that sharp.
Well, a crocodile has the advantage of having a huge amount of force behind it, so you really don't need sharp teeth. When that crocodile grabs onto the shark, and that's what it's got to do, the shark's not going to get away. There's a lot of force there, basically.
Right.
How much force? Have any idea?
Well, we've measured it in a 15-foot saltwater crocodile, which is certainly not the biggest crocodile out there, and we got 3,900 pounds of force, which is nearly 2 tons. So if you imagine a 2-ton truck parking itself on your arm, that's the amount of force.
Can your stuff handle that?
Hey, we can measure. No problem.
Scott Woodward from the State University of New York in Buffalo is our measuring expert. He'll calibrate the bite force of the jaws. The team's next challenge is to create realistic movements. That's Mike's job. A gimbal mount will allow the head to rotate.
We'll get this baby inside now and then we can really work on it, eh?
They'll mount the head on a remote-controlled vehicle, a stripped-down excavator nicknamed RV2.
Oh, it's not heavy at all. No, not at all.
From the driver's seat, Mike the mechanic has a good view of the lab. A huge diesel engine will take pressurized oil to hydraulic pistons attached to the back of the skull.
You're going to have to be careful, eh? Have we seen it go right up, though? That's what we haven't seen, which is what it has to do.
Now for the finishing touches. Red glowing eyes.
One of the last jobs we're doing is doing the eyes. I always thought they'd be pointing forwards, but no, they're out here. So it's making sure we get the angle right.
Looks pretty evil.
Imagine that coming up to the murky water.
At least we can scare the shark to death.
Let's meet the croc. This beast will show us what a saltwater crocodile can do when we turn it loose in the lab.
Now here's your baby. What do you think? Is this
look
gonna
at
test
that.
like a croc?
That is certainly one hell of a beast. The signs really outdid themselves. It's pretty intimidating looking, but
I don't know.
let's go when it comes down to the fight. I still don't think you stand a chance. I think the white shark's got you beat.
What you think is irrelevant.
These are the facts.
The fact is, this thing's big.
Now the croc is complete. The team puts it through its paces.
I think watermelon is our first go.
All right.
Watch my fingers, will you please?
Yeah, no, go, mate.
The watermelon is the size of an animal head, and as the salty's close relative, the Nile croc, demonstrates with a wildebeest. The head is a common target for crocs.
Get a little nervous, Dave? I'm nervous. If I was a shark, I would be crying right now. Give me a kick. 3, 2, 1, fight! Oh.
Yep.
Good girl.
Which one's the gamble?
Is it a girl or a boy croc?
The red one is that.
Definitely a
We'll
male.
make it. Yeah, we'll make it.
Good girl. You see what these things can do to watermelon?
Now for a tougher test.
I think coconuts. What do you think?
Can I do the honors?
I think you should do the honors.
You know, I've always wanted to do this.
I'm telling you what, it is a lot of fun.
We'll put her in the back. You know, I think this is going to crack very easily.
Watch your fingies.
Why coconuts and watermelons? Because they simulate the density of animal flesh and bone.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Come back.
Right.
Dan, you have to be at least impressed, okay? You ready, guys?
Yeah, ready to go.
All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, bite it! Oh! Well,
amazing.
This is your baby, and it is going.
I'll give you that one. I'll give you that one. That was impressive.
You've got to be getting nervous now, you have to admit.
I still think the white shark's got him beat.
Okay, Dave, you're
Yeah.
hogging my beast. This is my toy, right? Enough with the watermelons, let's do some science. This is actually a pressure gauge, and we've used this on real-life crocodiles. Now, you see, with a live crocodile, what you do is you tease the croc out of the water, and then you literally shove it in the back of the jaws.
Oh, that sounds fun.
And it will bite, obviously on the end of a pole.
But working with live animals is unpredictable.
Oh no. Fucking broken it.
That's why we built the replica. It lets us get close and use precise measuring equipment.
Let's go for it.
Okay. Just
All right.
Scott wants to measure the strength of the croc's bite.
Want to go to the back teeth first? Yeah. Well, why don't you do the front of the jaw first? Because that's going to be the first bite. The crocodile's actually going to grab onto the shark at the front. And then we can measure the maximum bite force at the back of the jaw. Yeah. Assuming the crocodile's fast enough to even bite. This is the thing that holds on, this is the thing that crushes.
Okay.
Mike has set the hydraulic pressure at 2,400 pounds per square inch, less than Adam's measurement of a wild croc's bite, but a safe pressure to use in the lab.
Coming up slowly. I'd say you'd be reading something already.
The load cell is a sophisticated device that measures pounds of bite force.
We're to about 400 pounds.
Come on, I hope that's not all you got.
700. Ooh. What are you on now, mate? Oh, we're at 1,300 now. 1,570, 1,600. We're up there.
I don't think you got any more power in your hydraulics.
That's more than enough pressure to hold on to a shark.
At full strength, the front of the jaws clamp down with 1,600 pounds of force.
I'm on Team Crocodile right now. I don't know about you guys, but
you know, there's going to be a lot more pressure being generated at the back here.
All right.
You just wait to see that.
Bite force will be much higher at the back of the mouth, where the jaws pivot.
The purpose of the crop is to hold on to things, not to bite them in two.
75, 150, 350, 950, 1,000 pounds, 1,500 pounds, 18, 2,000, 2,200.
Yes, please.
2,200 pounds is a lot of bite, enough to snap bone.
That is very impressive. I'm impressed with your guys' machine. I gotta tell you, this is a nice machine.
Bite force is strongest at the back of the jaw, where the croc crushes its prey, and weaker at the front, where it grabs hold.
Adam, do you think saltwater croc's gonna win or what?
Well, I'm the croc guy, so.
Oh, okay, so that's your vote, eh?
My money's on the crocodile.
Dr. Adam Britton is a crocodile biologist. He lives and works with saltwater crocs in Australia's Northern Territory.
I think I killed it.
Dr. Adam Britton, a reptile expert who works with saltwater crocs in Northern Australia.